Welcome back, and today I'm going to be reviewing Royal Air Maroc's business class on their 787-9 Dreamliner from Sao Paulo to Casablanca, Morocco. Royal Air Maroc will be joining the One World Alliance on March 1st, 2020. So I'm guessing at that point you should be able to redeem miles for Royal Air Maroc flights and earn miles on their flights also. I'm guessing you'll be able to credit to the American Airlines Advantage program. But I really love the colors in the cabin. Beautiful the way the purple, dark brown, and red, and it really goes well together. You can see there's the bedding, which I love that blanket. It's interesting they did collect the blankets at the end of the flight, and I could see why, because yeah, you would want to maybe try to hang on to one as a souvenir. But here's my seat here. These are all reverse herringbone seats. Yeah, pretty standard setup, what you would see on really any other carrier as far as reverse herringbone seats goes. I just again really love the color scheme. There's the footwell, which for me is not too narrow. I was able to sleep a little bit on this flight on my side. There's the touchscreen control panel for the seats and the lights above you. Here's the remote for the in-flight entertainment if you choose to use that. And you have some USB ports and as well as a plug there too, 110 volt plug if you'd rather plug in or also plug in. Little storage there. And with the reverse herringbone seats, there isn't much storage at the seat. Um, but again, the cabin was half full in business class, so there was plenty of space to put your bags in the overhead bins. Yeah, a little more storage in the armrest that's on your left side. And that armrest, as you can see, it is a movable armrest, so you can put it down when you're ready to sleep, so it's not in the way. Here's the tray table, which can be a little tricky to get down, but it is pretty solid. It does snap into place. A little more storage there on the right side, down below. Maybe you can put a water or your cell phone, and a coat rack if you wanted to hang your own coat at your seat. This plane does have individual air nozzles, which again can not a make or break thing, but it's good if the carrier keeps the cabin hot. They did hand out slippers, no pajamas though. But they did hand out slippers for this flight, and the amenity kit as well. Pretty standard amenity kit with the things inside of it. The headphones weren't bad. I mean, for watching movies. Again, I prefer my Bose for noise canceling, but that's usually the case. And the famous dimming Dreamliner windows, which I'll talk about that a little later in this flight. Pre-departure beverages were offered, orange juice or water. Up to this point, the service was good. Again, the cabin was about half empty in the business class. It wasn't overly friendly service, but it was attentive though. Again, probably due to not being a full load in business class, made it attentive. But we did end up leaving Sao Paulo 45 to 50 minutes late. I think this aircraft arrived late. They did a pretty good job turning the plane to get it ready to go back out, but this ended up causing me to miss my connection on my next flight, which I'll talk about in a future video on my other Royal Air Maroc flight from Casablanca to Rome, which I'll discuss that. But once we got settled, the menus were passed out. for dining. And I highly recommend that if it's available, the lamb chops are available on a Royal Air Maroc flight that you're on, I would highly recommend choosing them because they were excellent. I really enjoyed those. Yeah, I found all the food was pretty good, but the lamb chops, they were excellent for me. So I would definitely choose that again if I had the opportunity when flying Royal Air Maroc again. Is their alcoholic beverages list. They started off the dining service with a hot towel, then a little amuse bouche, some almonds, a skewer of tomato, mozzarella, tuna, and some kind of salmon wrap. Some more salmon, cucumber salad. Yeah, I found the salad was very fresh. And there's the lamb chops I spoke about earlier. It was, I mean, the potatoes and the asparagus were good too, but the lamb chops took the cake for me. After that, some cheese, and you had your selection of cheeses, some walnuts and dried fruits, and a dessert, which wasn't bad either. I tell you, I love the design. This is a mint tea, but I love the design on the glasses that they have. Really intricate, and some water in case you needed it later on in the flight. Now, as far as the in-flight entertainment goes, again, this is a pretty new plane. The touchscreen was very receptive, something I always look for. Now, as far as the choice of movies, fairly decent selection. Still possible to run out, I guess, based on your viewing preferences, or what you might want to see. They had TV series as well as movies, different music, but I was able to get through a movie, and then I did get end up getting to sleep. This was a later departure, so kind of in line with trying to keep a regular sleep schedule on this flight. And here's the map. Now, I didn't find this map as, I don't know, as good as the map on my TAP Portugal flight. I thought that one was a little better quality wise, the 3D map on that flight. But you can look at different things here as far as information about Royal Air Maroc, their fleets, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Also, their loyalty program. As far as loyalty programs go, I end up crediting this flight to Etihad. And here's the remote, which the remote worked well as also. So the in-flight entertainment worked really well. Again, the selection of movies wasn't the largest library you're going to see, but sufficient for an 8 hour and 40-minute flight from Sao Paulo to Casablanca. Excuse me. And one thing I did like is you're able to look at the flight map within a movie. I haven't seen this on many in-flight entertainment screens, but that's a nice feature to not have to exit the movie to see where you're at in the flight. Of course, that's in Arabic. I don't understand, but don't know if you can change the language within that. Here's the bathroom. You know, the 787-9 Dreamliner for Royal Air Maroc. Again, the Fox wood floor. Um, Nothing too special, but one thing I do love about the Dreamliner bathrooms is the window. It's always nice that you can look out the window. You don't feel as not that I'm claustrophobic, but you don't feel as closed in, I think, when you have the ability to look out the window from the bathroom. And back to that window, this is the Dreamliner window when it's fully dimmed. If the sun is shining directly on your window, it's still going to get through, and that to me is a huge design flaw when those windows were designed on the Dreamliners. And here was breakfast, which was also tasty. You can see a lot of bread they give you, but overall, I was very pleased with this flight. I'd only seen one other review on the Royal Air Maroc business class, and again, it lived up to the standards as far as the hard product. It's beautiful. Love the cabin colors, the ambiance. Service, again, the service is not unfriendly, but it's not overly friendly. But again, it was efficient. The flight attendants were attentive, and again, it may be due to the business class cabin not being full, but definitely, I would definitely fly this product again without hesitation. But please comment below on your thoughts on this review. Click like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on my next review. Thank you.